Hello, my name is Dell'Omo, president of Rider University. Exactly 20 years ago this spring, the leaders of Rider University adopted our statement of community values, a set of guiding principles to which we remain committed 2 decades later. Among those values, there are 2 I believe are especially relevant at this particular moment in time. The first states, we celebrate our differences, for they are our strength. And the second, we share not one truth, but respect our common pursuit for understanding. As the urgent necessity for racial justice reverberates across our nation, these values remind us that at Rider University, where the diversity of our student body is one of our greatest strengths, we must continue our work to create and sustain a culture rooted in the ideals of diversity, equity, and inclusion, and commit to making changes intended to bring about lasting transformation, acceptance, and understanding. At Rider, I believe we have taken strides towards that end, but the work towards equity and inclusion has only just begun. It's an ongoing process, one we have committed to making a central focus of our work to move Rider University forward. But sometimes we get so absorbed in doing the actual work that we forget to stop and share our progress with all of you. Starting now, we pledge to do a better job of communicating more frequently regarding our work uplifting diversity, equity, and inclusion. I'd like to start by telling you about some of the accomplishments in just the past academic year, with a commitment to highlight more in the future. Last fall, we opened Rider's Center for Diversity and Inclusion, an inviting and welcoming convening space in the center of campus and a beacon of inclusion. It's the centerpiece of our important work to grow and evolve as individuals and as a campus. At the end of this message, there will be a link to a video which will tour you through the Center for Diversity and Inclusion. I strongly encourage you to watch it. To better reflect the diverse identities of our students, we have undertaken steps to diversify our employees to better reflect the identities of our students, including faculty. The faculty search process now includes greater focus on the diversity of candidates, and as a result, we anticipate that 50% of the new hires in fall 2021 will be faculty of color. We've committed to hiring a Chief Diversity Officer, a senior cabinet-level position reporting to me with strategic responsibilities. We have launched the national search process and will begin interviewing candidates soon. This year, we also established a university-wide bias incident response protocol, which provides direction on defining, understanding, identifying, and reporting bias-related incidents and hate crimes. This winter, the Task Force on Rider and the History of Slavery presented their initial findings to the Board of Trustees. Their work confirmed that Benjamin Van Cleve owned at least 2 enslaved persons. Van Cleve was a Revolutionary War soldier and a New Jersey statesman. A portion of the house on our campus that bears his name, as well as some of the land he once owned, were part of the property Rider purchased in 1956. Rider has used the Van Cleve house in various ways over the years. Included in the report were recommendations on how to honor the lives of those who were enslaved and educate the campus community about the history of slavery, and specifically the history of slavery in New Jersey, and how it relates to the ongoing oppression of African Americans today. We're going to have much more information and materials to share along these lines in the coming months. Throughout the past year, a group of dedicated faculty members from Rider's College of Liberal Arts and Sciences convened to focus on fostering racial literacy, expanding the awareness of Black and Indigenous people of color faculty experiences, and sharing anti-racist pedagogy. The group has shared with me a list of suggestions to address anti-racism in the academy. These thoughtful suggestions include many ways in which we at Rider can more effectively deal with the structural racism that has existed in higher education far too long. We will be following up on these suggestions across different areas of the university. Rider's LGBTQ+ Advisory Committee has continued work to evaluate progress on our campus goals to be an LGBTQ+ friendly campus. Rider has been recognized as one of the 381 colleges and universities nationwide by the Campus Pride organization with a 4 out of 5 star rating, reflecting a number of campus commitments in this area. All of this work and so much more comes under the overreaching umbrella of Rider's Inclusive Excellence Plan, which is a living document that outlines a proactive, strategic, and ongoing commitment to this work on our campus. This is critically important work, and it is long overdue. Together, we must continue to move our work forward to foster the understanding and appreciation of different cultures and the ways of life that are shared by diverse groups of people through programming, policies, and best practices. It is only through our collective persistent work that we will begin to see true change. Today, I pledge to all of you that we will continue to listen, really listen, to you, our students, faculty, and staff, in both informal and formal ways, so we can be responsive to your needs and ensure we are promoting the inclusive community that we all champion. Our goal is for Rider University to always be a place where each person, inclusive of all their identities, is treated with respect and identity and dignity, feel a sense of belonging, and can achieve their individual potential and success. We look forward to continuing these conversations, pushing forward with our work, and sharing our accomplishments with you. Thank you for being an important part of Rider's journey towards inclusive excellence.